For adventure.
Adventure.
No one. There you go. And I know Aileen's doing
Adventure.
it.
You know it's true.
Adventure.
That high empathy thing of I see somebody else doing some sort of like gesture, I will do it as well, even if you can't see me.
Yeah. So if you want to know, Abby, somewhere on YouTube is the 13th session of the campaign we played, which ended up lasting for 5 years.
Wow. That was such a wild session as well.
Which means that I'm committed to be your friend for at least that long. Locked in.
I can't escape. I wouldn't want to.
You won't want to once I've married your D&D character.
Yeah, you're gonna own your D&D character's like partner, and then you're never gonna be able to leave.
I know.
You'll never be able to access that ever again without Emma.
Stop. Okay, I'm ready.
Got me. Fair word warning.
We're gonna start the game if everybody is ready.
I'm very excited to join your throuple, Lily and Emma, of what I've heard from this conversation.
Slay. You're entering a quadrangle, to be honest, because I've also got Ailyn and Anna on the go.
Yeah,
quadrangle.
Quintet, you could say.
Quintet. So, are we ready?
All good.
Right. All good. I'll start with a very short recap of the previous game. Obviously, though they are not here, Oran, after an unsuccessful performance at the Summer Arts Festival, went off with their travelling troupe, their found family, to perform somewhere fresh, new, exciting, and untapped. They have not been seen since, and that was over a week ago. Next up.
Very well in the Underdark.
No. Ophelia, after a one-night stand with a research assistant from Ephrana, and I came up with a name for the capital city you're from. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Does Ailyn want to hear a detail about the world?
Do I want to called more? Yeah, come on.
The city is called Malat Dana. So Malatdana. Malat Dana.
Lala looks like a Bruce chicken.
It does.
What happened in Malat Dana?
In Malat Dana, Ophelia had a one-night stand with a research assistant, which turned into a light thievery as you came across an interesting obsidian disc, which, after giving it a lick, you decided to pocket and run off with. But you were pursued through the city by a shirtless research assistant and a couple of guards. One of the guards seemed in charge of this small group.
Unusually aggressive.
Of unusually aggressive foes who didn't quite seem like they belonged, if you remember. The majority of people in Ephrana carry scythes to help move through the terrain, but they all have swords, straight swords. Definitely more combat focused than utility focused. They tried to get the thing off you, they succeeded, and you went off to Cal Keriat. Erwin, you as well made your way over to Cal Keriat, but not before encountering Alrenda Blythe, the private investigator that you had engaged the services of to help uncover the truth of what happened to your husband. Now, Alrenda reveals that whilst the money is about to dry up, you have come into the possession of a single piece of evidence, a strand of hair, which, if a location spell can be cast on it, which Alrenda is trying to organize, you may get a lead on someone who either was at the crime scene when it happened, or knows where something about the death of your husband.
Oh.
And you decide to leave Erasure for Cal Keriat, where you quickly shut down a mouth breather after getting into a taxi with them and Ophelia, and head over to a tavern known as the Idle Hand, where you will meet your team. Who are your team? Well, Valis, after luring Yanel out of their room with a shot of liqueur, a poorly timed shot of liqueur, but a shot of liqueur nonetheless.
It worked.
They drink it against their better judgment and decide that in order to protect you from what has been plaguing you, ailing you over the last few days, weeks, that you must now sleep shackled together for your own safety. After some reflection on what might happen the next day, when you go off to meet your new team, you all take the benefits of a long rest and wake up to an overcast, moggy Kal Keriat morning. You plan on meeting at midday. Ophelia, when you wake up, you find yourself in an unusual room. The sounds of food being prepared, patrons coming up to the bar, heavy footsteps on the stairs, classic tavern ambiance. And as you awaken, you notice something strange. Not waking up in an unusual room, that's pretty common for you, but it's not the room that you find strange, it's the sensation as you turn, sort of shifting under the covers in that moment between asleep and wakefulness. You feel something cold pressing against your palm. Would you have a look?
Yeah.
Peeking up under the covers, clutched in your hand, despite the fact that you gave it away when you left Afrana, is a small black obsidian disc.
That seems important.
Just sitting there. This music seems too jaunty.
Well, this seems like if it is before midday, the perfect thing to research. Wait, where are we supposed to meet around midday?
In this tavern.
Like down below in like the
Down in the bar, pretty much, yeah.
I was about to call it the vibes area. So Ophelia, knowing that she will probably lose track of time if she gets into it, is going to grab the rock, get dressed, and, well, probably reverse that order, but anyway,
walking around naked, holding the rock whilst trying to struggle on a pair of socks.
Yeah. Get dressed, go down stairs with the rock, and just start, getting into analysis and research mode.
Okay, what does that look like?
Probably a bunch of testing. Like, we've done the lick test. Probably gonna do some rubbings of the rock.
Test. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a heat test. Just
okay,
to water, see what it reacts to.
Sure. Okay, you go up to the bar. I think, first of all, like I said, you'll need you probably have almost everything you need. A glass of tap water, again, porosity test. A candle would probably be necessary. You probably have matches and a burner on you. So you kind of set up your little section on the bar here. Before you get too deep into that, though, Erwen, who was just taking off headphones.
I can still hear you. I need. Hello. Sorry, I needed my.
Erwen. You wake up as well. So damn it, you wake up another day. Another goddamn day. The room is grey and dull and it's moggy outside and there's mosquitoes hanging around the frame of the fucking window. No, but I digress. You also know 12 o'clock midday you are to meet downstairs, but the morning is yours. Anything you'd like to do?
I don't know.
If you want to, you can just go downstairs and get something to eat.
Yeah, I might go down, have a cup of tea.
Okay, you go downstairs with a cup of tea and breakfast in mind, and you turn around and you just sort of kind of go down the stairs, turn around into the bar, and you just see a science experiment that's been set up with like Ophelia setting fire to a rock and trying to see if anything comes up. The barman is just kind of staring like, what? And so early in the morning.
Sipping my
But
tea, like-
otherwise, you can order yourself a cup of tea. The barman is someone you haven't met yet. Whilst he's the barman, you also notice this is the owner of the establishment. He is a tall man, 6'2", with kind of tawny skin, broad shoulders, and very short.
Should I send me out?
Yeah, you can.
Can I send the Pinterest?
Yeah,
Do you want to send the Pinterest?
you can send it if you have it on hand.
I will send you a Pinterest board.
With this character. This is something Lily spent time doing today.
Well, because Emma was busy and she started doing this and then obviously had other things to do, so I finished it. This is a board of NPCs who you would know of or have seen. And this guy is the first one on the board. His name is Malik.
Oh no, we're really behind.
Really behind, sorry.
Anna, hi, I love you.
It's all my fault.
Good. Okay,
Take your time, Anna.
take your time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so as you look up, you see this gentleman who you know to be Malik Tion, the owner of several a network of bars around Calcariat. This is just one of them, and he was made known to you by Yanel in this letter as a point of contact who, if anything goes wrong, will give you instructions on what to do next. But he's not giving you any instructions yet. Instead, he is just staring at this Yuan-Ti just kind of poking a rock on his bar countertops. And I'm just going to assume at some point you start just batting it back and forth, at which point he's like, all right, okay. What are you doing? Addressing you, Ophelia.
You drew him so hot. How dare you?
He's gay. I'm sorry.
See? How dare you? Rude.
There'll be loads of gays. and
Thank
loads
you
of
for
heteros,
dropping it
lots
in
of
the Discord.
gays who are here for
I'll do
you
both
guys.
for people's reference, whatever's easier.
Everyone's hot in this world.
I was about to say, I'm probably gonna find everyone attractive, so it's fine.
You're fine.
Oh no, he's hot.
He leans forward and just says, what are you doing?
Research. I'm not gonna make any sort of mess.
Yeah. I don't believe that for a second. Okay.
Well, if I do,
Oh,
I'll
well.
clean it up. Gives him a thumbs up.
You're one of Valus's new groupies.
Freelancers, but we could also be called friends.
Right. Okay. Well, breakfast's reluctantly on me, so
I'll just have some coffee if that's all right.
okay. You'll want to eat your fill before you go where you're going. And he brings you coffee, but he also slides over a loaf of bread, a knife, some butter, and some cheese. I won't forget, don't worry. And when he sees you, Ophelia, I assume you're dressed beautifully, darling. Ophelia, I keep calling Ophelia Erwin and Erwin Ophelia.
Well,
Sorry, I'm getting there. It will happen eventually.
I'm just reading my background.
I was like,
Erwin, I'm sure that you are
it's gotta
dressed
be
absolutely.
Erwin.
Of
Dressed
course,
beautifully.
darling.
Okay,
Always.
when you see Malik looks at you, looks down at you once, and then goes, right. We're gonna have a chat. We're gonna have a chat. And he walks away. But it says, help yourself to that, and points to the food.
Oh, what food is there?
Bread, butter, cheese.
Ah, okay.
I was just like, ugh.
Okay.
All right,
All
lovely.
people do. No.
What is it? Any different types of cheeses? Just the one type of cheese?
You ask.
One type of bread, or just one type? Different types of bread?
Okay, right. So this guy, Malik, turns around. Sorry. Apologies. Do you have any dietary requirements that I need to consider? Like, you need granary bread, seedless, rye, white.
Just the best that you have, to be honest.
Wow, the best that I have.
Hmm.
Yanel invited you, didn't they?
Yes, and
You can eat that, or you can go and buy yourself food.
thank you for the food. Just kind of picks it up and she's like,
You're going to get me in so much
Fucking
trouble,
guy.
man.
Okay,
Your friends.
somewhere on the other side of the city, just to contrast this, Valis, you wake up on a swan down pillow. No. Valis, you've woken up, you've washed, you're ready for the day. Yanel has unshackled you from their hand. But whilst is packing those as well with them. And she's quickly addressing the chef, who is now also your housekeeper for the duration of your stay, instructing them, all right, and then we'll be gone for 2 weeks, hopefully longest, but if it's any longer than that, you need to contact these people and then these authorities. And if you can't, and then she's just kind of giving them all of this information.
Val's is like bouncing in the background, just he has severe ADHD, he's really bored.
Valis.
Throughout the entire conversation.
Valis, puzzle box, fidget with it.
He gets out of the box.
Okay.
I don't think I have a fidget. Like, I do have a fidget.
Okay. Right. Valis? Time to go?
Let's do it.
You gonna be okay?
He looks himself up and down. Do I look sick? Do I look unwell in some manner? Shape or form?
No, but... Okay, it doesn't matter. You've made your point. You look great. I mean, you're good, fine, as in you're not unwell looking. So that's fine.
The smile kind of creeps across Valis's face and he just like flings himself on your shoulder. Oh, don't. You can tell me more.
Uh-huh. Wonderful. You look... They're sort of slowly leaning away, but... Yeah, you look great. Okay, let's go. Come on.
He trots along immediately behind them.
Mm-hmm. You can tell that they're anxious by the flicking of their tail.
Every now and then, Valis just nudges their tail with his foot.
Don't step on it.
I'm moving it out of the way because you know it's everywhere.
Everywhere. So I think you're fine, right? Though you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Everyone's gonna be fine. All gonna be brilliant. We're going to go do the thing, and then we'll go back. Come back.
Mm-hmm. You look like you are about to have a heart attack.
No, I would know. I have medical training.
It's the same.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I'm a bit nervous. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, you shouldn't be nervous because we've got a pretty solid team.
Yeah.
We've got this, and he pulls out a very rudimentary looking gun. He's like, puts it back on his
Is
belt.
that going to explode in your face? Because I'd
Maybe.
rather not put that back together.
But it's a very low chance that it will do that. So I think it's better that we bring it. We have a wizard who can do magic tricks. You can do magic tricks. And we have an slightly eccentric. That's the word, isn't it? Slightly eccentric person who likes bones.
There'll be plenty to find down there because so many people die.
Yeah.
But not us.
Not us.
Not us.
No.
No, I won't let that happen.
We've got far too much to live for.
Indeed. Great. I feel better already.
Now let's go see Malik.
Fuck. Forgot about him. Yeah, let's go see fucking Malik. They stomp forwards. Fucking guy. Mm-hmm. And after some breakfast, mediocre at best, when truly it's not the usual home-cooked meal, a ration specialties that you're used to, dear. But to be honest, you're piss poor and shouldn't be eating stuff from Culinaris anyway.
One can dream.
One can dream and give off airs. Ophelia, make me an investigation check, please.
Is this me or is this
Ophelia?
Ophelia? Ophelia.
I have a new character quirk, which is when I'm playing as Ophelia, for whatever reason I've been keeping my pen in my mouth. So if I'm quiet, just give me
One
a
day we
minute.
will see that on camera, no less.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I rolled and then I looked away because I needed to organize my desk. And I looked down and I was like, that's a natural 20.
Huzzah!
Wait,
Natural 20!
first roll of the game? Natural 20? I'm hoping
We
this
did
bodes
have
well.
a session 0 roll, but this is the first roll of the first game, so huzzah!
That's crazy.
Good stuff. Right. So basically, when you examine this obelisk, you feel that there is an immense arcane kind of presence. I also have a tummy ache. Immense arcane presence. Sorry, Lily also has a tummy ache.
We always have a tummy ache.
We always have tummy aches.
Medication.
Immense arcane presence. You don't see any runes still, despite the fact that the research assistant clearly was able to find runes. So burning it doesn't make them appear. Dunking them in water doesn't make them appear. Throwing them on the bar top doesn't make them appear. Bouncing them on the marble doesn't make it appear. Rubbing it in your hands, everything. Nothing you can see makes the runes
Just watching this.
appear. And Malik is just watching this like, oh my god. And you're just about to try like licking it again, I think, when he sort of stops you and says, oh, look, your teammates are here. Brilliant. And Ophelia and Erwin, the two of you turn around to see two people entering the tavern, both of whom you have met before, though not both of them you've met. You know very well. Ophelia, obviously, you know Valis, having been friends with him for a few years, known him when he was back in Ishissel, but it's been quite some time since you guys have been in contact, I think. 2 years. Same with Yanel, it's been even longer. You see, Valis, would you like to describe your character?
My character?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is a reasonably tall, fey, elven-looking individual with, I would say, like, cool-toned, dark, purpley brown skin. He has golden eyes. He is good-looking, but he has completely covered himself in tattoos and piercings. So it's kind of hard to tell what he would look like without the piercings. He has 25 piercings. There's still a prize if you can guess what they all are. Anything else? He is dressed in entirely black. It's pretty much black leathers, and he has little metal fastenings over himself, and he has a gun on his belt, which is covered with a leather holster.
Fantastic. And when you see the person he's with, Yanel looks very different from the last time that you saw them. You remember them as a frilly dresses and all ruffles pink tiefling with intricate kind of like braided whitish blonde hair that they always wore in increasingly creative and bizarre styles, which is now just tied kind of simply behind their back. They're wearing all black, and their skin has kind of faded to this kind of like grayish, bluish, purple color. Definitely not pink anymore. And they have a very anxious look on their face at the moment.
Vowels doesn't look anxious.
At all. No. Ophelia, it's the first time you've seen them in quite a while. How do you look compared to how they would have known you back then?
Her hair's probably shorter than they would have seen it last. Not by too much, just like it's maybe just a little choppier.
Do you have art of your character you want to share? Or I think you've already shared the base.
staring
You
at
look
my
kind of
right
like
now,
the.
Yeah.
You're looking at the one that you sent in recently in the art chat, yeah?
Yeah, like she doesn't really dress up fancy unless she has to. Like
Fair
she
enough.
looks comfortable and
Fantastic.
yeah, ready to
Great.
go.
And Erwen, what are you wearing? What do you look like this
Hello.
morning?
Fabulous stuff.
This morning, have I taken the time to actually get something nice on? Of course I have, yes. I'm sending art to the chat now. This is Erwin. She has a kind of like Chinese-based kind of style to her fashion. Kind of like an Asian influence. Wears a lot of purples, pinks, blues, with the kind of water theme, flowing white hair.
Amazing.
Yeah, with lots of silver. But yeah, she would have made herself up this morning. She would have taken the time to make sure she looks nice.
Like stares at you like, and then it goes over to Valis and is like, wait, and I look rich?
He kind of scruffs the hair.
Stop it. Okay, all right, let's go.
Right. He yells out, Ellie! When he sees Ophelia.
Hey, looking
And he
good.
comes away, jumps up on the bench. Great. I've been amazing. What are you doing?
I found a cool rock. Well, I found it, I lost it, and it came back to me. So now it's mine. And yeah, doing some experiments on it.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
He picks it up. And he licks it as well.
Great. It's very cold and tastes funny. Like copper.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. He chucks it back to you.
Yanel kind of walks behind and goes over to you, Erwin, and just says, hello. It's been some time.
I can't remember. Does Erin actually remember? Like, know her, him, them? Oh my god.
All of them are correct. Right, okay. Yanel
Brain.
is
Yeah.
the regent of the Maasai.
Mhm.
And you've heard a rumor that they've disappeared about, how long? 6 weeks ago? Perhaps a little longer, and haven't been heard from or seen since. But that's just a rumor. Probably something that was made up over in Erasure. They are here.
They are here.
Right.
I made this mistake when I first went and did this as well. You might be a tad overdressed. I have heard you can run in heels, but you might want to. I brought some clothes in all black that Valis has helped prepare for all of you, in fact, which we will be needing probably as we move through the area which we will be traveling to for the mission, which we are going on soon. Would you like them? The clothes? Would you like to wear the clothes?
Valis is watching all of this happen like, go on,
It's just that I think maybe pink might stand out. too much.
So you want me to dress in all black? All black. No colour.
Well,
How appalling.
it's sometimes
I'm
it's
not-
just
Well, I guess it could make sense as to how I feel at the moment. So does it at least look nice?
it looks kind of like what he's wearing.
Valis jumps up and he's like, aha. Looks like this.
I also would prefer to wear more expressive clothing occasionally. I have a preference for wearing ribbons to express myself.
Yes. Well,
Right.
you see she has her little like pins in her hair. These are not going anywhere.
That's fine. They look at Valis like, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of do what you want. It's just up to you if you want the spiders to see you or like hear you. If you get eaten, we don't have insurance.
I would, okay, right, okay, you know what? The meeting is happening. It's happening now. I can sense it. It's already begun. So I am taking control of this environment that we're in.
Should we get like a table?
Yes, let's do that. Put your experiments away, Ophelia. We're going to a table to discuss the events.
Ellie
One
has
second.
already been like putting everything away. Like,
Fabulous. Prompt. Hello.
No. And Erin's just like, 1 second, I need more tea. Just goes back. I need more tea.
Oh my. Okay. Okay.
Gonna get a whole teapot and just sit there with a whole teapot myself with my cup and just
I didn't know Malik served tea.
Malik.
he does now. Maybe I just brought my own tea leaves and just got hot water and I'm making it myself. Just like the joke, he doesn't. This is my own.
Well, it's because he's got no taste, so
He's right there.
I know.
Hmm.
Malik is just like, you guys need a table, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, oi! And he looks over at two kind of like cloaked individuals. No cloaks in my bar. Fuck off. You can have that one.
That's why I'm the favorite. And he goes and takes the table.
Mm-hmm. You guys notice Malik and Yanel have a bit of a stare off before Yanel eventually goes and joins you at the table. With a couple of swears and middle fingers your way, the two individuals do leave the table.
Valis sticks his tongue out as they leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you guys have found the next two of the hidden piercings in that moment.
Oh yeah, he's got two in his tongue.
Okay. Yanel encourages you both to sit down. Valis, you are, they know they cannot tell you what to do. And so they,
I'm just having
yeah, wonder what's happening there. Let me just see.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Might be worth us trying to restart.
We can restart.
We may need to restart, but let's just see what Anna says. So when you guys all sit down, Yanel, hang on, why has this happened? Okay. Yanel looks at you and just says, okay, right. Let's start again with more order this time.
Should we go around the table and say our names and our favorite food?
Well, we all know each other, though maybe
Yeah,
not
it's
as
like it's kind of like what you do when you have a meeting with people you don't really know that well.
like an icebreaker.
Yeah.
But food is. Shouldn't we do something more interesting, like hobbies or interests, colors? Okay, food. My name is Yanel, and my favorite food is strawberries. This isn't how I wanted to start this. I'm going to start this again. Right, I have brought you here. We have brought you here because.
I wanted to say my favorite food.
Right, say your favorite food.
No, I'm not going to say it anymore.
My name's Valis, and my favorite food is chilies or some hot and sour soup.
Ah,
Okay, I've
Hello.
done it for you now because you refused.
my favorite food today.
Today,
I'm joking. You can keep going.
what? Coffee, spicy kofta.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Now I feel like it's a challenge. Shush. Right.
Still sipping my tea, just like.
Okay. Right. Okay.
And this is a teacup.
My name is Yanel. I'm sure you all both know that. And I'm sure that you're aware somewhat of what we are trying to do here. We're building a team, a new team, which we are working title calling the Blindfolds.
Yeah. It's a good one.
But think about that. We'll brainstorm and put something together in time. And I need your help. Valis needs your help. Valis, would you like to introduce this mission?
Yeah. He like sits up like slightly straight up. The mission. How much are we saying about the mission?
Why don't we tell them everything except the details?
So, who here knows what the Underdark is? I know one of you does.
I do.
Yeah, I was thinking about Ellie, but yeah.
Ellie raises her hand.
Enlighten
Okay,
So
me.
you fancy pants tea sipper. You go. Do you know what the Underdark is?
No, and enlighten me, please.
Okay. So
Or do I? I can't remember.
No, it's a good answer.
I don't think
Fair
I do. Let's say no.
Let's say no. So underneath us, well, in certain areas maybe not, but mostly underneath us, there's like a whole nother world, and it's where people like my dad. So I'm half drow. Malik is like, I don't know, like well, how much drow are you, Malik? He raises his voice.
Malik just says, like a quarter.
Like a quarter. So like Malik's granddaddy was a drow, probably. I don't know. Is that how it works, or is that an eighth? I can't do that. Anyway, so underground, this is where these people live. And there's like spiders and other things that can eat you. They like the dark. It's really dark down there.
Mhm.
So that's why
The
we're
name makes sense.
yeah, under dark. That's
We're
so true.
recovering stolen goods and we need your help.
I was getting that.
You did really well at explaining lots of information very off the cuff.
Mhm.
Great. And you'll be paid very handsomely for your services to us. And if this goes well, there may be more work coming your way should you wish to continue working with us. In fact, we might even suggest we become a kind of a group who takes on work as equals rather than having like a leader or us commissioning you for your services and so on.
Does anyone want a beer?
Yes. No. Valis.
I have my tea. I'm fine.
Ellie
Good,
just
good.
cheers us with coffee.
Just me then. He holds up a hand for Malik.
Malik comes over. What?
Can I have a beer?
Girlfriend so you can?
No.
Then definitely.
No.
And gives you a dirty look but doesn't say anything. Right, okay, we're having one drink and then we're all
Still
going
hear you, by
because
the
we
way.
have to. This is somewhat time sensitive. Okay. Alice, are you having a pint or a half?
Have a half.
Okay.
Unless Malik gives me a pint.
Malik gives you a pint, definitely.
Then I'll have generous.
You know
Okay.
this guy.
Cute.
Cute.
Covered in dust. Oh my gosh, it's been up there a long time. There's a dusty Peter Pan inside.
Oh, sorry, Peter.
Sorry, Peter.
He's hurt.
Okay. Right,
you
I've
go
kept
there.
a note of that. As you are handed your pint, it kind of froths over at the top. You take a long, deep sip. That's the good stuff. Tastes like fucking shit, but it's got it's got that high alcohol content. Yanel is trying not to look at you.
He
just
makes a
says,
little mustache with the froth and just grins it, Trying to make him laugh.
God
What's on
damn
my
it.
face?
Yeah, just there. And just there too, but Anyway, the gear that I've provided for you is going to be incredibly useful for your survival and continued working with us. So I'm sorry. I maybe could have chosen my timing better to tell you to change, Erwin. But giant spiders, if they see you, are going to eat you.
Yeah. Actually, no, they'll keep you alive. That's the thing. They keep you alive. They put you in their web, and then they slowly drain your fluids. And they like.
Fine, I'll wear the black outfit. Give me a moment. Gust puts her tea down. Just like, off you go.
As you guys are drinking, you kind of have a look around the bar. I would love to know everyone's passive perceptions right now. 14.
13.
And everyone else?
Do you want mine, even though I'm not there? Do you want me to just?
Yeah.
Okay, where is it? Passive perception.
It'd be
Where
useful
is
for
it?
you.
Oh, wait, 12.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
12. Okay, cool. Valis, as you're kind of looking around, you notice a couple of individuals who are curiously looking your way. You notice that Malik, kind of in anticipation of you guys heading down to the Underdark, leaves the bar to kind of go down to the there's like a trap door which leads to the lower level, which takes you eventually to the Underdark. He's gone down to prepare that. You see a different barkeep kind of take his place behind the counter. You see a couple of people you don't really recognize but look like mercenaries, who you, if you want to hire more people just as bodies, you could go up to them and see what's possible. You, however, settle on a woman, a half-drow woman, about 5'10", who you know to be a member of the Masks, who you maybe went on 1 or 2 missions with, and her name is Sildra. Sildra Hunar. Sildra.
Gesundheit.
Hunar. She is a stake, as in a stakeout. She rarely leaves topside. She is half drow, so not a full drow.
Okay.
And often stakes out various bars, places across the city, which may be a hub for unsavory individuals who might want to try and get into the Underdark. And she's looking at you guys suspiciously.
I just lean around and just go, hi.
Raises her drink at you, takes a long sip, puts it down, comes over. Malel?
What's up?
I thought they banned you.
They didn't ban me from the pub.
Banned you from down there.
I'm not going down there.
They are. Looks like they're Ophelia, nice gear. Where'd you get it?
Just converting them to my fashion sense, which is clearly, Felix are up and down, better than what you've got going on.
Right. Deception check, please.
Why did I pick dice that's so hard to see? 14. It's so hard to see.
14 total?
No. Deception. Not total, darling. 17.
All right. Maybe you're not going down. Maybe Malik's going down.
What if he was? He's entitled to.
Yeah, that's true. Would be a first, though. I'll trust you for now.
Okay.
But there are people down there you might not want to run into right now. Just so you know.
Everyone wants to run into me. I am a fucking treat to be around.
Well, if you do go down, you're going to meet someone else. You'll be a very good example of what happens if you fuck up.
Who are you talking about?
Who am I talking about? Good luck in whatever it is you lot are doing. When you probably come back at this point.
Yeah.
You're going to need it. People have been going missing recently.
People go missing all the time.
Not this many, all at once. Entire family. They took a fucking wagon down there. Did you hear that? Fucking joke.
Are
Why
you
do
sending
they-
us on a death mission? What's happening?
No, I don't know about this. I'm not sending you on a death mission. You know that we didn't have insurance. There's a wagon going down there.
They didn't come here.
Erwin's just managed to find a way to just dye her own clothes black.
Yeah, he looks at you. He's like, "All right, we don't." I
There you
remind you, we don't have insurance.
Just like, I couldn't.
Cool.
You probably couldn't be able to, you couldn't wear armor anyway. Soldier says, they're letting families down there. We didn't. He didn't.
How'd they get in?
Pit. Over in Melturn. Apparently they took a journey out there. Day and a night's travel.
Who goes to Milton these days?
Not many. Desperate folk. But you know, they've got that place with the moor. That's the only one I can imagine is wide enough for a caravan to fit down. Caravan to fit down. I haven't been seen since. I was supposed to be back, 2 days back?
And no bodies.
No, nothing. People don't go in that way much. But, well, depending on how far they get, you might run into them. Paths all cross over.
But we're not going there.
Not going there, but you know how it is. You enter one place, you come out a completely different one from what you expected.
We're not going into the Underdark. What are you talking about, you silly, silly girl?
You fucking what? She leans forward, takes your chin and pulls you forwards.
Hey.
Don't disrespect a drow woman like that.
Half drow.
Hmm.
We're going to stick together.
And how much are you? Slapped your face. Right. Good luck going wherever you're definitely not going.
Cat is escaping.
The cat is running around. He wants a cuddle.
Looking for a cuddle.
Give him a cuddle. Give him
He's
a cuddle.
trying to get up. He's trying to get up.
He's trying to cuddle.
Bless the baby.
This is what he does when there's no other people in the house.
He's very affectionate.
He is. Well,
He's going to show his butt to you soon.
he's going to show him you. Do you want to show him your bottom?
Oh, the honour. The long boy bun.
I'm covering it.
Noodle butt.
He'll be embarrassed if these pictures get resurfaced when he's an
So
adult.
true.
Put it on the internet, make a meme of it.
Okay, I love him very much, but he has to go down. So, with that, Malik peeks up from the trapdoor. Oh, it's ready for you. I mean... Come down here for no reason. I need help.
Val's
But
just
fucking
walks-
come down,
walks
okay?
over.
Just
Okay.
fucking come down.
Moron. He gets up and walks over.
I never claimed to be the brains.
Neither did I.
He looks around at your team as you guys descend to the lower level. What you're seeing down here is you enter a basement. It's got kind of roughly hewn walls, characteristic of the kind of Carnet stone.
My
warm
computer's not
look.
plugged in.
It has a warm look to it.
Uh-oh.
Along the walls, there are rows and rows of wine bottles, kegs of beer, barrels containing a whole bunch of pickled fermented foods. And sure enough, there is a large iron door, which he has unlocked and pulls open, which leads to another passageway lit by magical sconces, which cast no smoke into the corridor and burn even when they are untended. And Malik just says, all right, I would be letting you in here, but I think you're all going to fucking die. So give me a really good reason. Give me a real good reason that I should let you use this.
In front of
Money.
everyone.
And we can go have a private discussion if your girlfriend will let us.
He like smacks Malik's arm. He's like, "You said we could go in.
I did.
You're a man of your word."
I am. But then I saw 1 and 2, and I already know fucking 3. They're going to get killed down there. Maybe not you, looking at Ophelia. But you two, you guys are pretty high society princesses, and I'm not letting you guys get this guy killed.
They can use magic.
So,
I can't use magic.
everyone can use magic these days. What makes them special?
Have you seen my outfit?
Sorry.
I mean, an outfit does not a person make.
Since we're
I
all
beg to
such
differ.
friends, we're going down. It's gonna be curse free. We're not going anywhere dangerous. We're just going into the beginning.
There's giant spiders.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
giant spiders. He imitates you.
Mm.
Malik kind of like crosses his arms and just Seriously though.
He turns around. Can I have permission to speak to him in the corner over there?
You're not going to a different room, so
I don't think so.
okay, fine.
Okay. He salutes all of you guys and just backpedals into the corner. This is the privacy.
Malik, like, there are a ton of things that I'm not happy with here.
Mm.
This obviously is just one of them. The reason I let the masks use this entrance is because I know they're good for it. If something goes wrong, they're not going to bring more danger back with them.
Yeah, but they've fucking taken my guns, Malik.
I know. And I'm considering restricting their uses, if not for the fact that the work they're doing is important.
Yeah, it is important until one of them goes fucking psycho, bitch.
Look, Nizana's
losing it in the corner. Sorry, Valis has grown up and now he has a very dirty mouth.
Yeah, you're right. I think her eyes are off the mission.
Do you really think she's rescuing kids or is she fucking with me?
You make a good point. You can't just make more?
It took me 2 years to make one of them.
Well, your bitch fancy lifestyle now.
Don't call that.
Your childminder funds you now.
It doesn't matter how much. Okay, look. It doesn't matter how much money I have. I don't know if you know how this works because I'm the only one who can fucking do it. So there's no point in her having the guns. I make them. Doesn't matter how good the quality of the materials is. It still takes time to make them. It'll take me years to recover what I've got down there.
All right. Fine.
Mm.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna. He crosses his arms, looks at the group. Like the lizard will come back. Like you'll come back. Princess survived once, and maybe they'll live it again. She is fucking dying down there. Pointing at Erwin.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Val smacks Malik in the chest. Stop.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just saying it like it is.
Well, maybe you can help us. Do you know anything about the whatever caravans that are going missing? Why are they letting families in?
Look, I don't know. But I heard from a guy who goes to Melturn. Yeah, reliable, I know. A member of the Sisterhood was seen topside.
In Melton.
Yeah. If she had anything to do with a family going down there, I think you know where my mind's at.
Did they have kids?
I don't know.
How far is the Melton outpost from here?
Not that far, but the way the Underdark works. If you're going straight to Nizana, I'm sure you know where the safe houses are, but you could, through here, take a slightly longer route. You'd cross paths with them eventually. That's on you, though.
But they might have kids.
All right.
Look, I'm not saying we'll go super out of our way, but if it's just Melton, that's not far. We can swing it.
With this group. All right.
He holds up his really shoddy gun.
And that gun.
And he feels in his back, pulls out a scimitar that is clearly very unwieldy. Hey?
Right. Line up. We've got ground rules.
Yes, sir.
Right. First of all, no one rescues no one down there. You're on your own.
I'll rescue.
Okay. If there's something tailing you, stay the fuck away from the entrance. If you bring something up here, there's door after door down there preventing you from bringing it back. You'll die in the tunnel.
You might let me in. I say please.
Listen to your leader, who I assume is him.
Me? No, it's her. He pointed at Eowyn.
No. I'm just here for the money. I don't know.
I don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Just here for the money. Great. Good luck.
Those are the best kinds of people. They stick
Mhm.
around.
Also, don't be surprised when you see who's guarding the next door. Right, get in. Just get in.
Right.
He closes the door behind you and locks it tightly and says, "Good luck." And you guys keep going on. You go further through. Also, Anna, just so you know, because you are here, and I feel like now that you're present, I can tell you we had a slight delay starting. So feel free to make yourself a cup of tea. Yeah, I see you already have.
Morning.
And enjoy the show.
Good morning.
Don't worry, we'll get to you relatively soon, I'm pretty sure.
Nothing in
Okay.
it.
Hello.
You guys carry on through. Valis, you know that the walk, at the very least, to this entrance takes a little while because you go underneath this establishment and then you go deeper, sloping down. Even though the entrance is quite close, theoretically, the path is steep, it is dark, and in all, it takes you half an hour or so to descend with the whole group behind you.
Who has dark vision in this group?
Who has dark vision in this group?
I do.
Yes.
One day that won't be a problem. Hashtag Plasmo.
I know it doesn't matter because can become anything.
Mm-hmm.
How can I find that?
Go to your...
So what did Genesee have dark vision?
No, I don't think so. Features
I
and
don't think
traits.
I do.
That's fine.
Okay, if you don't have dark vision, Eowyn, Valis will kind of stick back a second, and if you stumble at all, he's like, my shoulder is here, my hand is here. You don't have to hold my hand, but you can grab my shoulder if you fall, okay?
Okay.
Or
You'll
I
adjust.
can light something up for you.
No, we don't put lights on down here.
All right, we don't put lights on down here.
Thank you, though. Nice thought.
And as you descend, Valis, you come across the next doorway, which is being guarded by a woman, full drow.
Another friend of mine, is it?
No, just you in an area where a lot of people here know who you are. Full drow, looking a little worse for wear. Not like she's been beaten up or anything, but just suffering from being so far underground without much to do. You recognize this woman the moment Yanel calls out, Shannon? And then pushes forward.
Okay.
And you know that there's always somebody who stays at the last kind of manned door before the entrance, who... Does Valis have a reaction to seeing her?
He nods to himself. If Yanel runs forward, he's like, I don't think she's going to do anything to,
Mm-hmm. Yanel kind of pushes past you and approaches. And Shannon gives you both a look and looks at the rest of your team. Had warning you'd be coming down here. New crop too.
Yeah, we're the blindfolds. We're she bursts out laughing.
You can her shoulders shake a little bit. I've been demoted.
Ooh. Door duty.
Door duty.
That sucks.
Because you saved my life, points at you now. Terrible of you. Terrible of you. You know what? Blindfolds, that new group.
Yeah.
If you live, I'll join you.
Guys. He turns around. That's a great offer, isn't it?
Great offer.
Great offer.
The door woman.
Yeah.
Great.
I like you.
I know. Good luck, guys. And she unlocks.
You wouldn't mind telling us how far in Lizana and Posse might be?
They don't tell me that anymore.
How long ago did they go in? You look very bored, so.
How long ago did they go in? They dumped your stuff.
His face just falls and he looks so unimpressed.
They dumped your stuff, and then I haven't seen them since. But I know they were down there for like a few weeks. Went out of a different entrance and went back down.
I still got my stuff.
Assume so. They carry it around now.
It's great. It's so great.
Yeah, well done.
Mhm.
Very good.
Your stealing is actually punishable by law, isn't that right? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't make the laws here though anymore. My family used to a long time ago.
Mm.
If anyone's ever heard a history lesson,
No,
you
we
may
don't
know.
go into that.
Okay.
Thanks, Shannon. Thank
Laters.
you.
And you guys get let in. You guys know this is going to be the last person you might see for a very long time other than yourselves. You savour that face, and the door is closed behind you, and when you turn around, you see what you can only describe as a large well. It's bricked up to the sides, and from each of the kind of like curved walls, you see a rappel line has been set up down there. But luckily, you don't have to abseil because Valis Yanel has prepared, as you suggested, a potion for each of you. She passes around a small crystal vial with a little wing inscribed on the side. One for you, Erwin, Valis, Ophelia, and for themselves. And they say, well, first time I did this, I was very nervous. There is no reason to be, though.
Well, there is reason to be, but you won't die from the fall.
No.
And what is this exactly?
Poison! No.
Fabulous! Ha 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 ha! What is it?
Oh.
I like her.
This
Potion of
is
Featherfall?
precisely.
Hell yeah.
That is correct.
Gosh. You know, Erwin, your sense of humour is just like my cousin's. I can tell why you guys are friends.
Mhm. Yes.
Zuri doesn't have a sense of humour.
She's very funny. Well, she's very funny, actually. You just need to understand her.
He swigs his potion. Right, I'm gonna go first. You guys follow after. Keep dark vision in the middle in case she falls, and then he jumps in.
Erwin, I think you're dark vision. Do you want to go down together?
I suppose. Just kind of takes it off. Just like,
Okay.
fine. Okay.
Ellie is like right after Valis, like the moment he's out of sight, she's swigged the potion and gone.
Oh, she's gone already. That's so thrilling. We can link arms.
Okay.
Cool.
Just
Ready? We'll just step in, I guess. Okay, all right. And she just kind of like leans forward.
sit.
You guys go in together. And for all of you, there is a rush initially and then a slowing as you are drawn down into the Underdark.
Who's played Baldur's Gate 3 and knows exactly what that scene looks like?
Yeah.
Me.
Whee!
New favorite way into the Underdark.
Quite literally.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Isn't that right now?
Looks like
You
someone's
land.
fallen down here. Oh, pile of bones.
You land all together, feeling somewhat windswept, but largely no worse for wear. Thankfully, excuse me. No. Do.
Got any Underdark music?
I do have, in fact.
Erin's just making sure her hair looks all right after that. She's just like,
Oh, so you missed a bit. You missed a bit.
You all slow down just a few feet away from the earth below. Your toes touch the ground first, and then your heels, and you have a sort of wave of like vertigo before you reorient yourself and you're able to stand.
I tried to spend me the last few days.
Oh, you know, squeezes your arm and then unlinks. Very good. Very good. Looking around, you see that pretty much everything is in, well, other than you, Erwen, you see
Nothing.
shapes
Well, it's quite bioluminescent down there.
at the, not quite here, not quite here.
Okay.
At this part, you just see kind of shapes and a few little speckles of light. For the rest of you, everything's kind of thrown into muted hues. The entrance to the Underdark looks almost like volcanic rock, where up topside it was kind of warm sandstone, reddish, almost clay-based earth. You then kind of come deeper and deeper beneath the bedrock, where it is pitch black. The shadows are smooth, and it makes it look like the cavern has been carved completely by hand, almost. Though, from just a cursory touch, probably Ophelia, I think you would be examining this first, you can feel this is all natural. This has not been carved away by human hands at all. And looking up, you can see quite how far you have fallen, the sort of glimmer of light. The entrance that you've fallen through is just looks like a pinprick. And Valis, you know the direction. The rest of you, you have a mission. You start walking. Let's go.
Also, if it is helpful, my passive investigation is 15.
Fantastic. That's great, actually. So as you kind of start walking, you establish a marching order. Please tell me the order in which you're marching in.
First.
Valis first.
I need my arm on someone because I can just about see.
I think that's probably
Yeah.
Okay,
You can
I'll
hold
have
me
my
on the
arm on.
throat.
I'll have my arm on shoulder.
Thank you. Okay. They tap you.
Thank you.
Ophelia, are you comfortable bringing up the rear?
Either the rear or as close to the front as possible. Like,
Then maybe it's Valis, Ophelia.
she's excited to see things, so she's just like,
Sure. Valis, Ophelia, and then maybe rather than you having your hand on Yanel's shoulder, Yanel is holding your shoulder. So you're
Cool.
wedged in the
Get
middle
behind
there.
me.
So Erwen, and then Yanel at the back. Okay. Will everybody make me a perception check, please?
Perception.
my invisible dice.
Mhm.
Oh, teach that. It's a 13.
Oh, why am I playing in the dark?
17.
17. Okay.
5.
16.
Makes sense.
16.
Considering I'm blind
guys-
right now.
You guys all manage to kind of keep your footing as a group. A few stumbles here and there as you leave the kind of first atrium of this cavern and slip down a walkway between two sheer cliff sides. Valis, clearly, you know where you're going. You've been this way a few times already. You know what handholds to look out for, what footsteps to kind of like watch before you catch your toes on them. The intricate way the path climbs up and down and then back in on itself. And you know what to look out for. We're going to, for Anna's sake, skip through this first day, but there will be a roll, if you don't mind, from whoever leads the group. So that'll be Valis at this point.
Okay.
Valis, would you mind rolling me a D8 and then a D12 if necessary?
D8.
Start with the D8.
A 3.
Okay. Then you feel as if this area usually is safe, though you are keeping on high alert due to the rest of your team. Nothing unusual. Nothing beyond a spider the size of your forearm. Or the sounds of the rock sort of shifting. You reckon there might be a quake in like 15 minutes, maybe 10?
Okay. I will pass that information back. Valis doesn't go too far from the group, but occasionally he goes a bit ahead, kind of behaving like a scout, I would say.
Yep. And
Lala's having a very loud bath.
Ophelia, can you also roll me a d8, please?
That is a 5.
For 5. Okay. You also notice that there's a strange shifting in the rocks. You're not 100% sure what it means, but you've been in the Underdark before, so you could be a quake, like you said. Like you've probably experienced very minor quakes closer to the surface. But you carry on. Sure enough, there is a slight rumble during which you cling to the walls, but nothing too crazy. And after, I'm going to say, maybe a day or so of walking without much issue. Valis, in this area, that's not uncommon, so nothing to be like overly worried about. You make it to your first sort of like checkpoint where you're going to rest for however long, a long rest, short rest, whatever you prefer, until you move on to the next day. So would you guys like to set up for a long rest?
I mean, considering we're new, I think a long rest might be better.
Okay. Yanel looks rather pleased as you sort of set up and just says, considering the first time I came down here, I think this is going rather well.
Don't jinx it.
Yes, you're right. Sorry. As you guys all go around to set up, you know that down here, no tents, just bedrolls. For ease of movement, you are up on a kind of ledge which looks over this sort of like cliff walkway you've been walking through. You've been sort of trapped on all sides. Ophelia, unfortunately, as much as you want to see interesting and fun stuff, you've only really been shown black stone for a little while and big spiders.
Very cool.
I think Val's stop to pick one up for her at one point. Be like, look,
Massive spider.
A friend.
a friend.
It's kind of going like,
Or dinner.
No, I wouldn't eat it.
dinner?
He like lets it go.
No. If we eat it, its mother will come and eat us. I'm sure of that.
I don't think they really care about their young, actually.
You think they'd eat their young?
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
great.
Do you think spiders have family attachments?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, actually, some form attachments to types of frogs to protect their egg nests.
They want to protect their egg nests. So they love their kids.
No, I think it's more about just repopulation.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that too.
Ellen, we can set up the rations together.
Ration. What do you have exactly?
We have, and they open up a pack and sort of start divvying it out. We have
For our food.
hard cheese with ash cured rinds. We have rye bread, and we have eggs.
But the eggs are black.
They are black.
Okay, but how do they
Great.
get black? Or is it
More bread
like
and
a
cheese.
pickling
They, like,
or
Ferment them. They bury them in the ground.
ooh, delicious. I love
Yeah,
eggs.
that's
It's my
nice,
favorite
actually.
food.
We have raisins,
And we have water.
and we have water.
And if you ask nicely, something stronger.
No, Valis, you've already had a beer today.
I'm saying for them.
Okay. I'm just checking. Sorry, I'm being pedantic. I'm just anxious.
Also, anytime Ellie smiles, you see that her teeth are kind of viper-esque. She's definitely has snake mouth.
Oh. So you could probably eat an egg whole.
Oh
Have
yeah.
You see how big that mouth gets? It's amazing.
You can have my ration of eggs. I'm not having those.
They're nice. I was also concerned when I first came down here, but after a while I got used to it.
Serena likes them. So you might as well try it.
Rotten eggs. You want me to eat rotten eggs?
Fermented eggs.
Fermented
Oh,
also means rotten.
I fundamentally disagree. Have you ever eaten Masayan food? It's all fermented. I'm surprised they don't have that in Eurasia.
Mm. I'll have the dried up grapes and the off cheese, I suppose.
Wow, it's like
Sorry,
taking a private school
raisins.
student down into the Underdark, into the Sith.
I have standards, darling. Thank you very much.
Okay, cool.
Valis eats her Rotnegger. Messily, with his mouth open. He's like,
I'm just gonna pull out a little like flask of tea.
Indeed. Right, so she brought
This is mine. You can't have this. This is mine. If anyone
No.
touches my tea, you don't want to know what happens.
I hate tea.
Good. You're not having any of mine.
Okay, but for science, what does happen? I'm not gonna touch it, I
No.
just want to know.
You could always try and find out, but you
Can I
wouldn't want to do that.
tea?
Right, make a sleight of hand check.
Oh my god.
12 plus 3, 15.
I'm gonna pull out one of my hairpins and just
Do
put it
I
up
get
against your.
the tea?
Do you get my tea?
He spins on his finger. He's like, "You're gonna kill me over some tea."
Yes, give me back my fucking tea.
Can I give it a sniff? Is there anything special about the tea?
Not really, it's just really good tea.
He comes up to you, holding the tea, puts his finger on the tip of the pin, just presses a little bit harder. Do you move it?
Kind of move it away, like.
He's like, "That's what I thought," and gives back the tea.
Thank you. Mine.
He's acting like a little brother, being annoying, just testing you.
Meanwhile, Ophelia has like a little like mini anthropology notebook where she's got notes on basically everybody.
You wanted to find out what would happen if I took the tea. I obliged.
Yeah.
Don't touch her tea. She will stab you with a hairpin.
Ellie gives Valis a subtle high five.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Mm.
We have to take watches though. So
We should pair up, or at least go in twos.
I mean, I don't mind going by myself because I'm used to being down here. But if anyone wants my company, you can watch with me.
Well, one of us.
Then I'll go with this one. I can't see much anyway, then I can keep an eye on my tea.
He just turns around and goes to Ellie. She wants me.
I guess I can go by myself.
No, you're gonna go together. You two.
Me and Ophelia.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Yanel by themselves.
Okay. We should maybe explain that, though.
Oh yeah. Valis like pulls out their restraints. Go
Um, Valis sleepwalks, and so we
So-
handcuff ourselves together when we sleep. It's very fine. I'm
In this
his.
case, maybe I should handcuff myself to Eowyn if we're going to be sleeping whilst you guys are watching.
You could.
I actually thought that it made sense to have one of you awake and one of you sleeping, you know. That way you can keep track of.
Watch me. Watch me sleep, you know.
I'm not going to. What I mean, I would watch you whilst you were sleeping, but I'm not watching you sleep. If that makes sense. But I suppose yes. If I guess you could also be handcuffed to someone else. It doesn't have to be me, but I understand
Insight check.
that it's a delicate situation. You might want to get to know people before you handcuff yourself to them immediately. Just
18.
yes. They maybe as much as they trust Erwin, with this specific thing, they feel maybe that they are the best equipped to take care of you, but it is in your court.
Valis
Yanel,
just
I don't want to take this one away from you, I suppose. I don't really
That's
want to
not-
be handcuffed to this one either, to be honest.
No,
I just need
you've
someone
got
to
the
keep
wrong
me
idea.
safe because I can't fucking see down here.
No, you've got the wrong idea. Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, let's handcuff him to the stalactites.
No, I don't want to be handcuffed to Rock. I'll be handcuffed to you. I will sleep. I'll watch with Erwin. And then you can also watch me sleep, which is like double security.
Okay. Let's just go to bed.
When you guys go to bed, I'm gonna just
Okay.
he like puts his gun up and is like, I'm gonna load this just in case we get any bigger spiders that I can't pick up.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. You guys set up first watch. Yanel and Ophelia head to sleep. D8s, please, from both of you.
3. Again, I
I
think.
had to figure out which one's my 8. There. Wait. Yeah, there it is. Ha! 3.
Ah, cool. The watch passes uneventfully. Yanel fitfully sleeps beside you with one arm, like.
Well, I imagine there's like a chain.
There is a chain,
Yeah.
but it's like maybe a foot so long.
Valis is very chatty. Even if you're unfriendly to him, he will continue talking to you. And he's just asking about like stuff in Erasure. He's interested in what's going on in kind of the general court area. He asks a couple of questions about Zarina because you know they are childhood friends. But otherwise, he's just generally quite friendly to you, even if you don't want to be.
Lots of very vague answers. Just continue like just sipping my tea.
What tea is it? I really don't like tea, but you like tea, so I want to know.
Let's say it. I've got a list of teas. Let's say it is. Let's say it's a chamomile.
Come
Keep me
on.
calm. Chamomile tea.
He just asks you questions about tea then. If you seem to love tea, he will listen to you talk about tea. And that is how the watch passes.
At which point, Ophelia and Yanel. And when you swap over, Valis, Yanel has to reorganize the restraint. It's all tangled up.
Valis like extends his arm up and immediately falls asleep.
Okay. That is exactly what I expected. Are you enjoying the Underdark, Ophelia?
Oh yeah, I've been down here
Yeah.
before. How about you?
Yeah, I know. You have. Of course. Of course.
Also, you can just call me Ellie. It's fine.
Well, we don't really know each other particularly well after so long away. It'd be improper, I suppose, of me to call you anything but your full name. But I suppose I could call you. I could call you. I could call you Ellie. In private. Between us.
Sure.
Ellie, do you pray, Ellie?
To what?
Just anyone? Do you know a lot about religion?
I mean, I know about like ancient religions because they're,
Cool.
interesting, but like
Yeah.
the modern stuff is just kind of,
Oh, sure. Actually, something that I do every night is I pray, and I'm going to do that, if you don't mind, whilst we watch, just to get it out of the way. Not get it out of the way, to set aside a specific time to do it. Do you mind if I do that?
Yeah,
or
sure.
would I-
That's
Okay,
that's
great.
cool. Do you mind if I
Fantastic.
take notes?
It's very private to me.
Just like the ritual aspects of it, not necessarily like the private parts.
Ritual aspects. Okay. I suppose that's suitable.
Like incense or like bowing or like how you hold your
Yeah.
hands and stuff, like ritual aspects.
Okay. Yes, I think. You wouldn't. Do you have any opinions on deities, choices, and such?
Nah, I study like
Everything.
what people do. It's
Cool.
interesting.
Awesome. Great. Okay. Well, then I'll start, I suppose. And they pull out a holy symbol, which has like a kind of lunar element, like a star. You get the impression of like nighttime, moonish, but you don't recognize the symbol straight away. They pull out a kind of small, slim, what looks to be a prayer book, and they say, just don't look inside. And then they kind of pull out a small vial.
Sorry.
That's cool. They pull out a small vial from their pack, put a little droplet on their finger, and then press it on their tongue. I'm going to close my eyes and things, but I'm still keeping watch because I'm still present and stuff.
Just a quick question. What's the symbol and the liquid?
A holy water. I follow the Night Singer, and she's a wonderful goddess, very much precious to my soul and things. And
Alice snores loudly when Niall says this.
And she grants me her blessing, especially in places like this in the dark.
Very cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. Anyway, I'll do this now. She just kind of looks through her prayer book, and you notice she closes her eyes, and then they put the pen to the paper and start like kind of writing without looking at it. This is very personal, though, so don't speak, if it's okay. In fact, I'm not sure if I can focus when there's someone else watching. Though their hand is still moving.
How about I turn my back?
That's great. More watching. Right, well then, will both of you... Well, I'm one of them. Please roll me a d8. Damn it. Damn it! Nothing.
That is a 2.
Okay. Nothing happened. You guys have a lovely evening observing the rituals.
Did we miss all of the encounters?
Yes. There's like 2 numbers that it needs to be, and neither of them have come up. Finishes up after about 5 minutes or so, and just says, I hope that was informative for you. Enough.
Do you feel informed?
Do you feel informed? Valis, you guys swap over, and
I'll do the last watch by myself if there's another one.
Okay. You could do the last one by yourself.
You won't wake up. Since Erwin's new to it, you won't wake up.
Would you roll me a d8?
8.
8. Okay. Can you roll me a d12?
Uh-oh. Did I roll a special number? 1.
Okay. As you...
I'm scared.
Hang on, this does make sense. As you're watching, just kind of pull up your knee and stare out, and you notice something strange. You notice that at the end of the cavern...
I have 12 hit points, by the way.
That's okay. At the end of the cavern, there is like... The path widens out. You know from this far that you're on a kind of highway. You're about to be on a highway where a lot of different routes kind of cross over and connect.
Yeah.
And as you kind of travel down here, you notice there's been a lot less kind of like around than usual. Usually that means they've been attracted somewhere where there's been a lot of noise recently.
Yeah.
And usually the source of that would be a fight, a quake that's particularly large, or a group just moving through with heedless of noise. And interestingly, you do notice a deep kind of gouge in the rock right in the floor, as if something large and heavy has skidded here.
Okay.
And something's glinting on the floor, something you recognize as a shell casing.
A shell casing.
Mhm.
One of his.
One of yours. It's a little bit far away though.
Can I get the key out of Yunel's stays?
You can. You're gonna have to put your hand down their shirt.
That's fine.
Okay. You make me
Sleight of
a
hand.
sleight of hand check, please.
14 plus. I need like a light to shine on these. 15, 17.
17.
17 like 3 times.
hmm
It's pretty solid. No 20s though.
hmm You like slowly reach in.
Oh.
You better be trying to fill me up.
Yeah.
Alice! And they sit up. You try to get the key.
I didn't want to wake you up.
That's the point, is you wake me up.
Right. He takes Yunel's chin and just inclines it towards the shell casing. I was just gonna take a look at that.
That's not good.
No.
No. Nizana?
Well, even if she has the guns, she can't use them.
She can still point and click.
Yeah. That's gonna go really badly. Can you just take it off now? I'm not sleepwalking while I'm awake.
Sleepwalking. And she unclicks for a second.
Okay. He will carefully move over to the shell casing.
Okay. As you move over, kind of slowly, you notice that the tracks are definitely wide enough to be something that you've been considering for a while, which is, if you guys do ever come across this highway, it's so popular, you wonder if you might come across that caravan
That caravan truck.
which came down. They do seem to be caravan tracks. Something has happened here.
With Nizana. Okay. I'll pick up the shell casing. Are there any other indications that a gun has been fired in this area?
Okay.
Should I roll a perception investigation?
You know what? You can roll an investigation. I'm just going to say that for the sakes of this, we can make it that your morning watch was going to be a lot shorter, so people are going to wake up in just a couple. Okay, you can't find anything. You kind of think, I need to wait until everyone else is awake before I investigate this properly. Okay. So you kind of come back with the shell casing. Looks at it. Definitely one of yours.
I'm the only one who makes these.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because I'm amazing.
Amazing, yeah. Okay. The others will be awake in half an hour or so. Do you think you can wait until they've just rested up?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't going to wake you up either, just so you know.
Mm-hmm. That
You
doesn't make me feel
having
better.
super spidey stay senses.
Well, most would. But the whole point was that you don't.
Valis kind of like shoves his hand down his own shirt, feels like, I don't think I'd wake up if someone did that. Just me.
Not good, Valis. Not
Sorry.
good, Valis.
Okay.
Okay. After about not enough sleep, especially for you, Owen, you're woken up with an immediate kind of call to arms from Valis, and the whole group of you slowly kind of come out of this cavern, and Ophelia, I think you finally get the view you've been waiting for. As you come out of this narrow walled cavern, you see the Underdark open up properly in front of you. You see a long winding road which sort of spirals all the way out of sight, down and down and down into a deep cavern. So deep the bottom is almost completely obscured by shadows. There are a scattering of twinkling lights below, which indicate a mushroom field. Valis, you know this to be rife hunting ground for giant spiders. But Ophelia, to you, this looks fucking awesome. To be giving off that much light, those mushrooms must be 10 feet tall and God knows how wide. You also begin to see the sort of presence of a little bit more life down here. More spiders, definitely, but the occasional slink of something moving down in that darkness. Now, As I mentioned already, the moment you guys come out of here, immediately you are hit by the realization that something has happened here. You notice the telltale signs of a struggle, caravan marks skidding off the side of the road, shattered pieces of wood, a couple more of those shell casings, and the remnants of what may once have been a small camp. You can see that there are little pieces of like rinds of hard cheeses left behind. Even Valis, the presence of someone who attempted to build a fire before stamping it out.
What an idiot! He says out loud.
Y'all hear the quiet
Cheers.
hell yeah, like as we come out to that visual.
Any bodies?
No bodies, but definitely the signs of bodies being dragged. You see kind of footsteps abruptly stop, kind of lean down and touch the dirt. It's dry, but slightly discolored, as if someone's been injured. Definitely someone's been dragged.
Could I make a survival check to have a sort of inclination based on the markings on the ground about what went down here? Like, was it an ambush? Does it seem to be drow?
Yeah.
Like style?
Go for it. Erwin and Ophelia, what are you guys going to do whilst Valis is doing this?
Could I assist in the
Survival? Yeah. Do you want to make one, or do you want to give him advantage?
I will give advantage. It's like
Yeah.
looking at the awe of this cool view, and then like, oh shit, yeah, we're here for business. And then getting down to business.
Gotcha.
Another 17 with advantage.
Okay, Erwin, what would you like to do whilst this is happening?
I have no idea.
What would Erwin do if they came across the signs of carnage?
Carnage.
Oh, of carnage. I don't know. Just probably similar to what you're doing, wondering what's happened. Like, don't want to.
Okay, you stand, observe the scene, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 15.
15. You kind of follow the skid lines over the edge of the cliff where you see, interestingly, what looks like a kind of light, almost like one of those mushrooms, but a lot closer down there. I was about to call you Ulster, just so you know, Lily. That's Lily's old character.
Oh.
Old character!
Character, don't talk about him like that.
Previous character. Valis, with a 17, you kind of follow the path, muttering to yourself. There are only 3 instances that kind of come to mind in which, if this was the masks with your guns, they would have attacked. First, maybe they would have attacked if the caravan was too loud and drawing unwanted attention to their ambush.
Yeah.
Dismantling the caravans would prevent the group from attracting unwanted attention. They might attack if they themselves were in danger of death without supplies needed to make it back to the surface. In which case, unusual.
Because they're one day away from an entrance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Third, probably most likely, if they were with a member of the Sisterhood.
Oh, the caravan.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Or if the Sisterhood was somehow involved.
Valis' demeanor becomes a lot more serious as he kind of straightens up.
Erwin, there's something down there where you're looking. Something that juts out from the landscape. And at this point, I think, sorry, Anna, you've been really patient. I'm so sorry we made you get on this early. Oren. Three days traveling the Underdark with your guide. Longer from where you started. And obviously, considering you are traveling with 2 caravans attached at the middle to carry the lot of you, it's slower going.
You dumb bitches.
Colin, the moment he met Irail,
That's a villain name. Just saying.
had doubts. But Roland shook their hand, and it seemed like he had made up his mind on what was going to happen.
It usually happens with Roland.
Indeed.
I'm getting a very clear picture of Roland.
Ick, Muscle, and Vimkin kind of rode up front with Wenrith, whereas you guys all took turns, but mostly you, considering the light you kind of threw, giving like you kind of like shedding a bit more light on the path, being in the caravan which kind of lit the way. It drove itself, so it only needed one of you to kind of walk alongside and like tap its ass like a little horse occasionally to keep it going. Irail was quiet, but engaging when necessary. And it wasn't until the ambush, the masked drow women who attacked your carts came upon you, that anything changed whatsoever. But unfortunately, Oren, you caught pretty much none of that. Alone, watching over your supplies, you felt the caravan shake, heard the signs of a struggle, and then you were falling.
Oh shit.
Caravan right over the edge of the cliff face.
Mm-hmm.
But that happened just moments ago, because you wake up, you're like, you're splattered all over the floor because you're a plasma, you're a goo. You kind of take some time to reassemble yourself into a vaguely limbed, bodied shape. And you hear,
That's so cute.
you kind of lift up what looks like a head, you assume, and kind of like look around. The whole cart is completely just caved in on one side. You're surrounded by shadows, harsh shadows and like soft bluish light. Sorry.
It's always the sun.
I know. Soft kind of bluish light from you. You look a little more dim than usual for being trapped down here for so long and being so ragged. And you hear a voice up above you.
I would like to. Oh, sorry. I'd like to revert to full blob. When I hear a voice, I want to look like a puddle, an insignificant puddle, and just
Understood.
Like the magic carpet in Aladdin.
Yeah. Ellen, what are you looking at?
Wait, you see, were you like moving, or you just a blob of?
Well,
You can see a caravan and a glowing light down there.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll shout back.
I will say, with the glowing light, I think that's an active thing I have to do as a spellcaster.
Okay, sure. You can see a caravan that's been caved in.
Okay.
That's fine.
Right.
I'll just call back and be like, there's something down here.
Valis, Ophelia. Yanel goes over to the edge.
I'll come over too.
Do you think there's anything left down there? Or anyone left?
That's a big fall.
We could climb.
This is all being said in common, isn't it?
It is, yes.
All right.
Please tell me you speak common, Anna.
Yes, I do.
Oh my god, I thought you were like, you haven't chosen common.
Draconic invisible. No, I do
What
speak.
is it saying?
And deep speech. Do you know why it's always good to choose deep speech? Because the DM will put something in deep speech because they know no one picks deep speech. But that's the reason to pick it, because the DM's going to use it against you. Anyway, that's what I thought when I picked deep speech for my character. Some things use deep speech.
Man,
Anyway.
the meta game here. The meta is constantly changing. it's
So,
it's
as
definitely. Anyway,
Yunel looks over at
anyone-
you both.
Yeah.
How long is the how bleh. How high is the fall?
It's about 40 feet.
How do we get down there?
We have climbing gear.
Yeah,
You
climb.
don't, because you chose not to wear it. But I brought it with me on the off chance you might change your mind.
Very sexy harness.
Do you know how to put on a harness? I can show you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, does she know how to put on a harness?
We don't need everyone. Are we going down there, or we could? Because that's not the route I was planning on taking. But one of
What
us,
route?
we can check it out.
Yeah, I can climb down there, no problem.
Okay. Who wants to go?
wait.
You hear a voice from down below.
I was like, how did anyone survive that?
Probably not easily. And Yunel's like, we need them. I can heal them.
See anyone?
Oh, but they've just called. Right. Okay, Erwin, engage the brain. They've just
Yes.
called out.
I
It's
can
all
hear
like a
them.
talking mushroom.
I can't see them. So where the fuck are they?
I form into a humanoid form, and that movement might
Okay.
make everyone spot me.
There's no one concerned about the fact they might be severely injured. Hello.
That does happen.
Hello. Speak very quietly.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Be very quiet.
My family.
Go ahead.
Are they up there? Is there anyone else? A real mix of people. Oh, we're a real creative bunch. Any of them up there?
Are you injured? Because we could just chuck you a rope.
I'm not injured, am I? Or am I injured? I'm happy to
You've
take
got a
you.
little bit of like a splinter in one of your legs, but you can just ooze it out. Otherwise, you're fine after this many days of being sort of trapped down here.
I'm gonna chuck them a rope.
Thank you.
You just go
Like,
Yeah, like I think it's it looks normal, sort of like a limb grabbing the rope and then just molds on and travels.
So what you guys see is from the shadow, you see a humanoid, like an arm kind of grab, and then a grab, and then blah, 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 blah.
Valis considers letting go of the rope, but he doesn't.
Yunel's jaw kind of drops, and
Yeah.
guys in
that's
front of you, you see an ooze creature.
Hello.
I've never seen that before.
My uncle would have loved you.
Ellie's eyes just like dilate. Ooh, an invertebrate.
What's that?
So we're vertebrates.
No, that means they don't have a spine.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay. You don't have a backbone.
You're
I mean,
right.
not physical. I hope I have a metaphorical backbone.
Yeah,
Where are
sorry,
you
I didn't mean to
speaking from?
insult you.
That's
Gosh,
fine.
you're spineless.
Just to be clear, there's no one else here around here that you've spotted.
Unless they're in the hole with you, no.
I definitely would have like looked around.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, okay. I wouldn't have left one of the cubwells. Okay.
Are you?
Shit.
Sit down here. I'm
How do you
gonna
sit? Do you like lower yourself?
rest.
Do you have a butt?
Alice.
Come on, how can they sit without a butt?
I think because everyone seems very intrigued by me, I think I'll keep to my humanoid form for now, and I will kind of sit down like a humanoid
Ah,
on like a mushroom.
cool shapes.
May I attempt to look you over? How have you been healed in the past? With magic, or do you kind of put yourself back together?
Well, magic does help.
Right, okay, I'm going to just try some things then.
Okay.
And Yunel puts their hands kind of like to your shoulders and just
Yeah,
sort of,
it'll form shoulders to like help with it, definitely like help with the process of working out what I am. Yeah.
Lobby.
okay,
Blob person.
Lady Guide me. And they kind of just like let a little bit of light kind of seep off of their hands, and it sort of like it gets attracted into your like vein system situation, your streams of stuff, and this kind of like nexus begins to appear underneath your goo, and they say, I don't sense anything peculiar. You seem in good health. Are you well? What's your name?
I feel okay. I think I was knocked out, but my name is Oran.
Oran. You travelled here by caravan?
Yes, the troop that I've travelled with for a very long time. There's a
You were in the fucking caravan. It was you.
We've heard of you.
Mm-hmm.
heard of our group.
No.
Your group?
Look, have you happened to see a really tall furbolg, a bit of a less tall human, 3 kobolds and a pixie?
That wasn't a joke.
No, I think I'd remember. Sorry.
Okay.
Just you. But you might be able to help us. What happened here? Do you remember anything?
I mean, I was with the back caravan. I think everyone else was up near the front. Oh, actually, Emma was Irail. So was the Irail. Was she with me specifically in the back as it got disconnected?
No, she was kind of walking alongside the caravans because she was kind of your guide. So what happened was that the kobolds and Wenrith sat in the front. Colin and Roland would walk alongside the caravan, and then you guys would sort of swap out. They would swap out occasionally to give the other ones a rest to make sure that the caravan always had like somewhere to go on course, and they could also sit up at the front of the caravan if they got tired, and it steered itself magically. Okay. But do you mention the name?
And we also had a guide. We were traveling 3 days. Iriel Hinep.
Dallas. That name means Hidden Enemy Sisterhood of the Underdark.
Can you tell me
she seemed
IRRAVIL HUNEP.
HUNEP.
Hidden Enemy Sisterhood of the Underdark.
That's really funny.
And
drow naming conventions.
Right. When you say that,
yeah,
Valis kind of shoves Yanel behind him, pulls out his scimitar and points it right at you. I don't think you have a neck, really. But why the fuck were you traveling with someone from the Sisterhood?
I don't know who the Sisterhood are, do I?
No.
None
of you know, except it seems Valis has mentioned them.
The Sisterhood
of the traveling path.
Sorry,
I can't.
If only it was so fun and comedic in 2000s, but it's not.
I think very slowly that it had put up its sort of hands like I do not know what the
Right.
sisterhood is. I'm sorry.
When you were checking the ground, what happened here? And do you want me to tell you what you had learned?
He keeps his scimitar on you, Oran, but I think you can't really judge his intentions. He seems more defensive than offensive, I would say.
It seems like here what you can put together has happened is that the ambush happened, the caravan was attacked first and the masks arrived just a little too late.
The attack happened first and the masks arrived late.
You maybe think from the fact that there was a shell expelled that they could see the attackers running off.
So the masks weren't the ones who attacked first.
It seems like the ambush was already planned.
So someone else attacked the caravan.
Yep, and the masks came upon it.
Okay. But they did fire shots, so they obviously were fighting something.
Yep. You get the impression from the trajectory, the direction, that they maybe caught the tail end of the fight and pursued them.
Yeah.
And there are tracks on the floor.
Okay. Valis kind of looks you over. Slowly puts the scimitar back. You're not sisterhood type. Were you traveling with any kids, teenagers?
No. No.
Valis.
Mm.
Look at them. Like, have you ever seen anything like that before?
There you go. How old are you?
Emma, do I know how old I am?
Not really.
You've
You've been on this plane for maybe 10 years, as far as you remember.
I can't tell you exactly how old I am. I do know that I'm at least 10. 10 years in the material.
Guess it doesn't matter how old you are, does it? Right. He kind of paces up and down. Okay. He turns back to the group. He's very mellifluous again. We might have a slight problem. How do I put this? There's a ring of people down here. They traffic kids mainly. Special kids. You know, who can be used as like spellcasters, rituals, sources of magic, stuff like that. Interesting kids. And you're not a kid, he looks back at you, Oran. But you're pretty interesting. Sounds like your guide set this up to get you. Because who else would offer to take a fucking caravan through the Underdark? It's really, really, really dumb. So. They didn't get you, though. They got everyone else. As bait! Because you're going to come and you're going to find them, aren't you? These your friends, your family?
Yes. I don't know what do you know where they could have been taken?
Well, maybe I could find them. Maybe. But, my friends, he kind of doesn't say that word with a lot of confidence. He shows the shell casing. My friends found your friends first. And they don't like the sisterhood. And they kill people who get in the way. Doesn't matter if you're good, bad, So if my friends find your friends first.
Phallus.
Yeah.
Maybe we should say this in a more kind way.
Yeah. Sorry. This isn't a great start to our I can try and help you see if your family's okay. Friends, family? Are there more blorbs or are you the only one? You said Firbolg and stuff, so probably not.
Firbolg, human, kobolds, pixie,
Pixie.
performers. We're all, well, except for Collins.
That's lovely. I'd love to hear you perform when we get back with your family.
We were meant to be traveling to the city name is Ched Nazad. Ched Nazad.
Phallus, that's fucking miles away in a completely different direction. They've been taking for a ride.
Oh,
This is kind of new. They shouldn't be operating. Anyway. Yes. He looks at Yanal and just heaves a sigh. I can help you find your family, but I can't promise anything because this is very bad.
Okay, right.
understood. Thank you. How can I be of help?
What is your specialty? If they noticed you, what can you do?
I sing. I very occasionally crack the dulcimer at.
Okay.
And some magics.
Magic. Okay.
But, I think we were told to. Would we have been told to keep the light down, or?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Even by a sisterhood operative, or actually, would
she? She's got obviously got her reasons for letting you guys come down with the caravan, but
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Ophelia.
So when Orin talks, do they have like a mouth that like moves, or do they like vibrate, or like how does? Sorry, this is like I've never had seen a plasmoid in action before, and this is super fascinating to me.
It in the like species description, it's like a chamber opens up, so it's kind of like a mouth opening that could just disappear when they stop talking. Yes. Unfortunately, so I'm giving expressions. Unfortunately for all of you as characters, I think there's only two small like bits of material that kind of look like eyebrows, but there are no eyes.
I would suggest two little slightly glimmering lights that look like eyebrows that kind of move around as well.
Some kind of expression.
Expression indicator.
Or like a concentration of pigment, so it just looks a bit darker in that area. So that can help you a bit. Eyebrows are a very expressive thing, and so I think it was a very good idea to be like, okay, yes, eyebrows at least.
I think that listening to this, will pull you aside, Phallus, just a little bit away from the rest of the group.
He's like throwing his head up like, ugh.
Not what we planned, but I mean, we knew we might encounter them eventually.
Yeah, but I don't have my guns. Nizana's down here.
Okay.
We don't know how many there are. If they attack the caravan, there could be 10.
Well then, let's be realistic. We need the guns first.
Guns first. And that means we need to get to Nizana.
And Nizana probably has more information. Hello.
Oh,
Hello, Slinky.
Oh,
Slinky.
pretty
Aw.
kitties. I want cuddle from mommy.
Cuddle, mama, cuddle. Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Baby.
This is
Oh
what he
my
does. One more?
Got more.
One more?
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
He's so affectionate. It's not what
Right.
people. Yeah, he's never affectionate when people are like around. It's only when you get to see it, Abby.
Yeah, because whenever I come around, I'm like, give me a cuddle, and he's like, no.
How much you want to say?
Then I do pick him up and kind of go, noodle, long boy, and
Yeah.
dangle him.
This is more
I'll
like.
cuddle with Baz.
So this is what Lala's like most of the time. It's just when people he doesn't know are here, he just becomes completely different.
He's like Batman on his little perch, like, who's in my house?
He's a little shy boy.
Like me and Cat.
I think with Valor Society now would say, if we find sisterhood, we may find children.
Yeah, but we can't. The only thing I would suggest, our group, I thought we were just going to steal some shit. Get
We
my
are
guns
still
back.
going to do that.
Yeah, but after that, we'd have Nizana coming after us and the sisterhood. We could make a temporary. We could.
Look, if Nizana is so petty that she would put a child at risk, then I'm sorry, she's an enemy too. I mean, she already kind of is, but
I can.
So this
Oh,
this
yeah.
Nizana of yours, she's trafficking children. She's taking
no,
children.
no, it's complicated.
No,
The
I'll tell you-
children are involved.
I will tell you who Nizana is. Nizana is my ex-girlfriend.
Messy.
Oh, not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to work with her. She's part of a group that actually tries to the sisterhood.
Kill them.
Kill them, destroy them, save the kids, get them out.
But they've kind of become more about destroying rather than saving recently.
They're quite an aggressive group. However, Nizana, you see, we had a little fight, a little tiff, and she stole all of my guns. So
Kicked us out for no reason we can discern whatsoever.
kicked us out of the group for no reason whatsoever.
So we're going to steal the guns back and then use the guns to get the children and families and stuff.
Ideally, yeah.
Would you guys maybe, I mean, if you are interested, I can still pay you a salary, but you could be on, I mean, if you're interested and you're useful, we could make that kind of like a permanent thing. We could be constantly going out and saving kids.
Yeah, but first we need to save
Well, this can be a
a
test.
Furbolg, kobolds, human, and a pixie.
And we will, he says to Oren. Well, we'll try.
But it would make sense if we could maybe talk some sense. Oh, hello, Lala.
Oh.
Hi, sweetheart.
This is the truth.
Oh.
Abby, you're the only one who sees it now.
Why would you sit on my lap, Lala?
He only loves his mum. He only cuddles his mummies. If I tried to make Nizana work with us, give me my guns back, help us rescue your family, help us kill the sisterhood members, of which there might be 10, just saying,
You came up with that number.
of which there might be 10.
I don't know. Well, let's just see what happens.
Diplomacy
I'm sorry.
does actually sound like a better plan than, like, you know, just stealing.
Because then we make her
What-
angrier.
What's so special about these guns? Can't we just buy new ones?
You've never heard of guns before. They are
Oh, I
a complete
see.
invention.
Can't
Yeah.
you just make new ones?
He looks at you. That's like saying, if I burn all of your clothes, the stuff that took thousands of hours to embroider, can't you just buy new ones? Can't you just buy new ones? In fact, worse. Times that by 20.
My
That's
uncle
how
probably
bad.
could.
That's how bad.
I mean, you could probably buy new clothes, but
I've seen Zarina's wardrobe. I know the man hours that go into that. It would take me years to rebuild the guns. Just saying.
Okay. And is it worth our lives to get your guns?
Yes, because I save kids.
It's true.
Okay, if it means saving children, I suppose it might be worth it.
Erwin, you are so peculiar.
When it comes to children, I don't fuck about. Thank you very much.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's what we need. That's the attitude
I like that
and
attitude.
appreciate. But it does mean that we're going to need to potentially. You didn't know who a drow was. Have any of you met an angry drow lady? Angry.
I have, obviously. Just me then.
Didn't we meet one on the way in?
Oh my god, Erwin, you did. You have met this person.
Have I met this person?
Yes, you have met Nizana.
Okay, Erwin, cast your mind back. The most recent time you've
She is on
seen.
the board. I will send you guys
Right. This is the most recent time in which you had seen Valis and Yanel before today and this trip. Erwin, when you went to Zarina's birthday party, this would have been 2 months ago. You were invited to the Maasai. It was a beautiful party, absolutely elaborate. The whole royal family was there. Yanel was there, representing their clan, or what was left of their clan. And when you went, you noticed that Valis did not come alone. He came with a woman with purple skin and white hair, purplish blue skin, white hair, drow, taller than him, very muscular. And she danced the first dance with Yanel and then made, obviously, herself scarce, not particularly a dancer, but not before I think you two had one dance together. During which she said absolutely nothing and gave you a strange look and probably left very quickly after that. So you would have met this woman very briefly. And asking after her later, you would have gotten the name Nizana.
Did you say this was at Zarina's, a birthday of Zarina?
Yeah.
Alright.
So Erwin, you have met this person.
Has
I'm
anyone
going to
met
say for
any
flavour,
drow
this is
lady?
also
Yes.
yes. That Valis has like a sketch of her or something to help you make that connection or something like that.
Yeah, he opens his wallet. He's like, I forgot to shut this out. Shows you a picture of her.
Oh, I
There's
briefly
many
remember.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, just like, wow, that's a lot of drawings. Did you think your ex? Are you sure?
Yeah. He puts his wallet away before Yanel can get it.
Can I try? Can I try to snatch it?
Oh, yeah, you can try. Maybe my dex against your
Yes.
sleight of hand.
So it's Dex versus.
I actually rolled really badly, so let's see.
Dex
Hello,
first.
smelly face. You smell like fish.
I did 8.
Yours is a Dex save route. No, it's like a grapple. It's check to check. So yeah, what did you roll?
Oh wait, what's mine? Oh yeah. Oh, it's the same. I did 8.
12.
Two.
You don't manage to get it.
He catches it, he's like, Sordid stories come after at least a week of knowing me properly.
Mm.
He puts it back in his bag.
All 3 drinks.
All 3. Right. But, guys, I have great news for you as well, Oran. He's completely changed his attitude on you. No more knives at your face. I can just, hold on. Puts his bag down. Pulls it open. Pulls out a mobile with stones on it.
Mobile stone.
I can just give her a little ring.
Valis, no. Absolutely not.
A ring.
Need help.
I thought you said this was an ex and you're gonna give her a ring?
No.
Nice play on words.
No, that's not happening. Absolutely not happening. Is it, Valis?
He puts his hands on your nostrils. We need their help if we're going against the Sisterhood and we need to rescue people. This is not a personal thing anymore. They might have kids with them.
You could do what you like. I suppose.
I
Cool.
will.
Practical option, right? Yeah.
Practical option, right, Ashelia? Okay, if if this is going to be happening, then I'm going to go and sit on the edge of that cliff and look down into the abyss.
Eowyn, could you just sit with them? Just make sure they don't.
Not gonna do that, Ballas.
Okay.
Just want distance.
Socialite to socialite, just go give them a little, cuddle.
Does Eowyn go and give a cuddle?
I'll sit next to her, but she doesn't cuddle. She just kind of goes like, "You right?"
I really see why you and Zarina are friends. Look at this.
Cat. I'll just give her like a little tap on the shoulder, just like.
Oh, it's so touching.
It's fine. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give Nizana a call.
Okay.
Ring,
Let me
ring.
just become her. What do you say?
He spins.
Oh, you
the
need to
phone.
roll for your
Yeah.
minutes.
How was a d20?
Yep.
$18.
Okay, good.
He's like, hello? Is this Nizana? He holds it slightly away from his face.
You better be ready to grovel, boy.
So, did you attack a caravan recently? Sisterhood members, Meltan?
I don't share information about the mission with people who aren't involved.
But what if we wanted to get involved?
What makes you think that's what I want?
Because you don't know how to use the guns, and there are split shell casings all over this area. So before you go have like a kickback that knocks your pretty teeth and your nose out, maybe you could consider enlisting my help.
I think you know what my terms would be. Malel.
But what if kids die? You have a soul.
No reply.
What about I consider it?
Mm-hmm.
And we can have a nice chat when we get topside.
That sounds like a fuck you to me.
That's not what I said. I said we have a nice chat topside. What part of that sounds like fuck you? It's not even an anagram.
You don't know what an anagram is, Valis.
I do. Yanel has taught me lots of poetry.
And there it is. Goodbye, Valis.
Oh, God. So are you serious? People are going to die. Like, seriously.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. +5.
would Oran looking like intently, like not trying to listen in, but like looking intently at Valis as he's calling, could that offer any advantage to persuasion? Just like the eyebrows, like.
Sure,
Okay,
but
roll again.
you can roll again. Because it's funny, it's the first
What the fuck
session.
is that? That's very good. A 21. People are going to die. And I will have a chat with you. And I was previously thinking of never speaking to you again. So that's an improvement.
How about I have a chat with you? You can listen, and we can do it down here before I offer you any help.
He looks at Oran. It's like, Yeah, if there were. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure. Sounds good.
Good. Is she with you?
The plasmoid? Yes.
You know who I mean, Valis.
My good close personal friend and healer and Kara.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Noted.
Um,
I'll remember that.
I need them. Please don't send them away.
No reply.
Can you at least tell me your ETA? Please.
Come to us.
I need
And
a-
then gives you some bearings which you could follow.
He puts the sending stone back, goes over to you, Oran, leans in. I hope that you really love your family. Okay,
I do.
cool.
What does that question mean?
Oh, you. He boops vaguely where your nose is. Everyone, assembled. Change plan.
Cool. What's the plan?
Gonna go find my ex-girlfriend.
I thought you were just going to ask her for help. Advice.
I'm going to try and get her to help us.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Yep. I will be dead.
No, she won't kill you. She's not
She's
evil.
going to kill me.
She's not evil.
How messy are we talking?
Oh my God, Erwin. And she pulls you along. And he says, it all started. No. Now that you know about the sisterhood and the masks and things, I'm going to tell you everything.
Can you like?
Not everything.
Don't say everything. Valis gets out the map, marks her location.
Right.
Right.
It all started after Zarina's birthday when I met that fucking bitch. Do you know what? Her boobs are a weird colour.
Have you seen her boobs?
I've seen her boobs.
He keeps walking.
She smells weird.
Do I smell weird?
Do I smell weird?
You smell like Unspark and a
Chamomile.
chamomile.
Good.
Good. Is that why you drink so much tea? Because you always will smell lovely.
I smell lovely anyway. I just like tea.
Can I quiz Oran on some details about their troop as we walk? Like as many as you feel you can give Valis.
Yeah. I would be able to give you heights and probably like skin and fur colors and demeanor. I think I would hang on Colin. Talking, he has I think he has a very different demeanor to the rest of us. But he obviously has a reason to stick around, and I sort of trying to do like a wink, nudge, nudge, like about Roland. Anyway, look, we can all see it, but it's up to them to initiate whatever. Okay, yeah.
Talking about your family, like with like kind of laughing and like thinking about them affectionately, and he's just like, "That's nice. We'll try and get them back. I will do my best. Do my best."
I would also double check with everyone's names, so like Valis, Erwin, Ophelia, Yunel.
Yeah.
They're like, okay,
Squad.
my memory. Squad. Thank you, squad.
Squad.
Wonder why they'd be after you though, Orin.
I mean, have you seen them? Sorry,
Other
I'm
than-
not to talk about you like you're not here. You are literally the coolest person I have ever met. Just
Hey,
physically, scientifically speaking, just saying. I mean, you're very cool for a vertebrate, you know. But I've never met an invertebrate before that wasn't, you know, like a slime or an ooze or, you know.
that tried to eat people.
One that can't talk and
Yeah, you're
perform
very
magic.
you're very cool.
Apparently they sing. Do you only sing? Do you play an instrument?
I do have the dulcimer. I think I'm much more practiced in singing, and some poetry.
Maybe once we're topside, you should sing.
anagrams, right?
In common, yes, it could do. I think they have to like.
Then?
Sorry. Say again. Sorry.
I was just saying to Valis if you
Songs.
knew any songs that you could sing.
Songs I know all have very bad words.
There once was a lass named Lucy. Her ass was particularly juicy. That's the beginning of one I heard in the tavern the other day.
We're not going to go further than that.
No,
one.
Lucy Juicy is yeah.
Yeah.
As long as Lucy is okay being described as juicy in the ass.
I think she actually wrote the song itself. It's an autobiographical.
I'm surprised how many people write their own songs.
You'd be surprised how many people write their own smut too. Has anyone here read the Lyserena Chronicles?
Ophelia
Just
like
me?
raises a hand.
We can discuss this at length together.
Valis kind of shuffles you guys like next to each other so you can talk, and takes to the front of the group, leading the way.
And as you guys head off, getting ready to hopefully meet Nizana, I think it's probably a fairly good place to leave it for today. Until next time.
Oh my
As much as I want
God.
to keep going on and on and on and on and on and on.
It's 11:30 where you are. That's dedication.
I got work tomorrow.
I've got work tomorrow!